by Squamatha podcast. Technical issues. Hello. Welcome to another episode of That Girl Next Door podcast, where we talk everything content created, the good, bad, and the ugly. I am very fortunate to finally snag a little bit of Squamatha's time today. So we're going to be talking to her, getting to know her, and all the ins and outs of her career on the internets. Without further ado, hello, Miss Squamatha. All right, tell the boys, girls, and non-binary folks what you do here on the internets.
Well, hey, I've been on Twitch for about 2 years now. My main goal, end goal, constant goal is just to provide a safe space for people. We have a lot of that on Twitch, but you can never have enough safe spaces. So just for everybody to not be afraid to let them all of their weirdness out and be themselves. I stream variety games, a little bit of everything. Similar to yourself, actually. I just don't do a couple of the things that you do. Honestly, I just I admire the crap out of you, though. But yeah.
Okay, what all platforms are you officially on?
I am on a little bit of everything. I have YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. We are going to be branching out onto my own website here soon.
Ooh.
But yeah, right now that's where we are. Also, we have a community Discord too.
Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok. I always forget about TikTok. I don't know why I always forget about TikTok. It's the most prominent thing. TikTok. Yeah. I am on TikTok. All of the socials that are, I feel like, relevant were somewhere on there. Same name everywhere, Squamatha, no N. My parents forgot, so.
Wait, is that genuinely your real name?
Squamatha? Well, not Squamatha. I plan on changing it to Squamatha soon, but no, it's just Squamatha right now.
You're for real gonna legally change your name?
I am, yeah. I'm thinking about removing my last name completely and just kind of being like, Cher.
Aren't you married?
I am.
And he's cool with just you saying, fuck your last name?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was a discussion. There was no, discussion of, hey, when we get married, you're taking my last name when we first got together, right? So I just kind of wanted it because I wanted to kind of remove my own family from my life. So by yeeting my own last name, I just took his. Mm-hmm. I just wanted something else. And so now I realize I don't need a last name. It's just Squam.
So you're going to become the new McLovin.
Oh, I hope so. Old enough to party.
Well, no, I just meant because genuinely on his ID it's just one name. So if you went and got a new ID and shit, just one name.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That sounds the best. Yeah.
Okay, so how long have you? I'm guessing Twitch is your biggest platform. How long have you been on the Twitch?
Yeah, Twitch is my biggest platform. It is starting to grow everywhere else, but I mean, that comes with time. I am focusing on Twitch being my main platform, but I've been on Twitch for just over 2 years now, 2.5 years, I guess. Yeah, don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. I was hoping to have partner sooner, but holding that viewership for a whole month is way harder than I expected to be.
Okay, let's talk about partner. We'll just fucking jump into the nitty gritty. How many times have you applied for partner? Or have you?
I have never applied.
Have you ever qualified?
Not yet.
Stop it.
Yeah.
But you're so likable. How do you not hit that 75 average? No, I'm not trying to just make your head bigger. I'm serious. Because I when I first rated you, there's been some people that I've rated and then I'm just I'm never gonna rate them again. I'm not gonna, and then later I might unfollow them just because I don't want that shit on my feed. But since I first rated you, I've stayed following. I have rated you more than once. So that's why I'm genuinely confused why you haven't hit that average.
I feel personally, I've thought about the analytics of it quite a bit. So I have changed my schedule quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Just trying to find what works best for me. Because the internet's constantly changing, and so I've been constantly updating so that I can kind of match with the time of my community. But that's the thing is, whether I'm like, okay, I won't start stream until 7 p.m. because that's when everybody's off work. Well, that's just my time zone. And so it's really hard to figure that out. Yeah, my highest average that I have hit and stayed at was 42. And then it's fluctuated between 36 and 42, but I've never gone higher than that. Even though I had like, there was 1 month, I think it was in December, where I had what felt like more averages. And when you would look at my scaling, more averages that were closer to like 65, 70 viewers. It still was not good enough.
I feel that. So, for those of you who don't know, I've been on the internet. March 18th will be my 1 year on this profile. I had a different Twitch before, but it not only is it like dead now, but like it was very stagnant. And I started doing pool streams, and then that's when I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to, you know, use my fake name that I use on other more adult platforms, and that way, if I decide tomorrow I want to step away, then I'm not like tied to this thing anymore, because then I'm not using my real name. If you didn't know, Hazel's not my real name. But
I didn't know. I thought that was your name.
No. The only thing I don't give out, like anything I've ever talked about on any of my streams or platforms, is 100% true, except for my name and my city. I will never give out my city, and I don't use my real name. That's literally it. Otherwise, like, I give out my accurate state. Those are actually my dog's names. Like, you know, all the life shit I talk about. Like, for privacy, like, if I've ever talked about a friend on stream, I change their name as well, just in case. But otherwise, yeah. But when I started, like, honestly, I grew so fast I didn't even know what to do. Because, you know, that was in the peak of when the pool category first got started, and everybody was doing it and everybody was watching it. And so I got my affiliate within like 2 weeks, and then I was able to apply for partner within 2 months. My average, I think at that time, was around between 130 and 150.
That's awesome.
However, the day after I applied for partner, I got banned for 3 days. And so I wasn't able to, I did, huh?
Tea?
So I got too drunk at a pool stream and came inside, so I wasn't near the water anymore, and I was dancing in my bikini in my kitchen, taking shots of Fireball, because I thought that was a good idea. And I have this tiny stool, because I'm really short. I had this tiny stool, and I got up on the stool and was dancing. Well, I didn't realize that the camera angle wasn't like my full body, it was just my ass and legs. And technically, that's a breach of terms of service. They came back with some bullshit reason like 2-3 months later on the partner application. And they're like, oh yeah, you don't have VODs and clips on your channel, so we couldn't accept you. And it's like, let's just be real. It's because of ban, which is fine. Like, I acknowledge that. So now I have VODs up. I've recently been letting clips be on my channel. But in all honesty, I kind of wish like I was more like you, where, you know, I had a really solid community that is okay with me not doing tub streams as much. But I have been getting back into tub streams more, literally to get my average up so that I can reapply. My goal is to reapply before my 1 year. So I think we're at like 48 as of yesterday. And so I'm hoping that I'm able to reapply soon if I do enough tub streams. But yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I've heard a lot of like benefits of being partner, and so I'm like, okay, well, I want that. I want to get there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not that your entire statement there just brought me all the way into that classic thought of when people say it's easier for women on Twitch.
Which is like, inaccurate though, because like I have to like get half naked to be able to get viewers, where these dudes are playing the same video games as me, and they get like 5 times the views. So like, if anything,
my opinion on
it's
that,
bullshit.
Right. Yeah, right. My opinion on it lands on you. It's easy for a hot woman to get a quick click. Absolutely. I mean, I will personally click on that first as well. But to hold on to the viewership is a little bit more difficult if you aren't. This isn't go for everybody, obviously, the right. Standard. But if you aren't doing the hot tub streams and stuff, when I first started streaming, I I definitely overly sexualized myself and stuff. Like I had an OnlyFans and stuff for a bit. I don't know. Was I allowed to say that? Are you allowed to say that? Oh,
I mean, I just call it spicy.
Spicy. So I had the spicy content for a bit, but for me, it just got so drowning in order to have to explain to grown-ass adults what no means. And so I couldn't handle it anymore. And when I quit doing the spicy stuff, my viewership just plummeted.
I used to have it, I had it fully in my link tree, and I had it on like a timer for the longest time. But like, I got into a really weird state where it's almost easier to stream instead of just being by yourself and taking a photo, because you get to interact and you're not like sitting in your own thoughts. And so like when I did move, it was really hard, and that's what like it kind of sucks that, you know, my spicy people don't understand, is when I did move, I was going through a lot mentally, and then the moving process and the cleaning and the unpacking, and then I had to deal with family shit, and then the holidays, and then more mental health, and it was just like something right after the other. And my account got hacked twice within the last couple months. Yeah, so I was locked out of it, so I couldn't even post even if I wanted to. But like those people don't understand. They expect so much, and honestly, I feel like I undersell myself for the price that I have listed compared to how much I show. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, I haven't posted in X amount of months, but at the same time, like I have over 500 images showing you every fucking angle you could want. Like, why are you still bitching and complaining? So like, if anything, I'm just more annoyed at those people, because like, I don't necessarily need them part of my community, but like you said, they don't take no for an answer. They don't know how to just like calm down and like appreciate what they are getting.
Exactly. Like that's the thing. Like you hear people, like what I would normally say to you is like, hey, you know, like the good people are going to stick around in your community, and if you want to change your content, go ahead and do it. But realistically, a lot of people can't do that because, well, this is my income. This is my full-time job, is doing my spicy content, doing my Twitch content. And if I don't follow these regular guidelines that I've set for myself, or that others keep me boxed into, well then it's going to go down.
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. And like, I do feel like I have established a good community, or a small part of the community, that like, no matter what I'm streaming, they'll probably stop by. Whether they stick around for the whole stream is another story. But in my honest opinion, from my experiences, I actually make more money not doing tub streams. I have the viewers in the tub streams, but I don't make the revenue from there. And I think Twitch recently no longer shows ads on non-partnered tub streams, because
interesting.
There was a few days that I hadn't done anything but a tub stream, and I looked at that ad revenue and it was 0. And I know how many people are not subscribed watching my tub streams and had 0 ad revenue.
That is so interesting. I wonder. It does seem like something that Twitch would do.
Yep. But, of course, it's one of those hush-hush under-the-table things instead of something big, because, like, for instance, when they tweet out shit, it applies to everybody because it's for just Twitch in general, where if it's just something small for a category, it's going to be more quiet. But my thought process of why they might be doing this is because of all the fucking bot accounts that are in the tub streams. I shit you not. I saw a girl covering her boobs, but full on kitty out on a thumbnail. What? And a girl being double penetrated with silicone toys.
On Twitch?
A thumbnail. On Twitch. I wasn't on any other platform. I was looking in the pool category. I mean, given as soon as I clicked those to be like, what the fuck, they got taken down. So, like, at least Twitch was on that. But I think Twitch is, because, like, you got to remember, even if you label your channel as 18 plus, kid can lie and still check out your content. But
I was thumbnail,
that kid. Like, if someone was, like, 13, 14 and didn't lie about their age, they can still see that thumbnail.
That's true. That's insane. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest about the tub streams, there's only 2 streamers that I have ever checked out that do it: Amaranth and you. So I've never cruised the category. I don't know too much about it. So
well, they're always at the very bottom. My theory is either A, it's bot accounts just trying to make money, or B, it's people who literally hate tub streamers and want the category taken down. Because there was a period of time where I didn't do tub streams. Yeah. There was a period of time I didn't do tub streams at all because of the amount of bot follows and reports I was getting.
Reports?
Yeah, false reports.
What were what were they reporting you for?
Thankfully, I didn't get banned. One of my real life friends that did tub streams or pool streams when we were in Florida, she was in a kiddie pool in her living room playing Pokemon Go or Pokemon Snap or something on the Switch.
That's so cute. And
she got reported for sexual acts, meaning either dry humping or touching herself or pole dancing, something like that. That's what her reason for the ban was. And when she appealed it, Twitch basically told her to fuck off.
That seems sussy.
Yep.
The standard of Twitch is so blurred, and I have read their TOS every time they update it. I go through this big mother trucker and I read the whole thing, and I'm still super confused on so many things. The art category is the number one thing that's confused me. Ali Amel, she's one of my mods. She's also a streamer, but she does art streams, and she mainly draws voluptuous women. And the standard for art, I don't know how it makes sense, but you can't have under boob both showing on a human as well as in your art. And I'm like, how am I expected to draw a boob? I can't draw the under. And as well as, how many streamers have you seen?
So here's what I will say.
But apparently
I will read the terms of service parts that would apply to me and my stream specifically. Anything else I don't give two fucks about.
Fair.
Technically, if I'm not doing a tub stream, I'm not allowed to wear booty shorts because butt cheekage is not allowed to be shown. However, fuck you, Twitch. I've never gotten reported or banned for it, so I'm going to keep doing it until I do get in trouble to be taught a lesson. And secondly, when I've done tub streams, I've worn bikini tops, which I don't have big boobs, so it was they probably don't even notice then. But I've worn one that has my under boob out, and I've never gotten in trouble. So, I mean, I feel like I'm definitely skating on some thin ice, I'm sure. But if I haven't gotten in trouble yet, plus, let's go back to the partner thing. Partners can get away with almost fucking anything because they make Twitch more money. So if I became partner, if I continued my actions, I would less likely be banned than as an affiliate.
I mean, that's reasonable. The partners definitely get away with more. I mean, the prime example would obviously be the hot tub streamer herself, right? The lines that she skates, it makes it difficult for the up and comers like yourself that are doing a really good job, and your content is good whilst also you're doing the hot tub, but you guys are going to get attacked sooner than somebody who's making that much money.
Right.
I think it's where it lies, is the dollar bills, which makes sense because as much as, we use this platform and everything, it is a platform. They're a company. They got to make money. But,
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the shorts thing blows my mind though. Booty shorts. I live in Canada, so you'd think I'd have more pants, but all I own are shorts. So I had no idea.
Like I tell stream, I have two closets essentially. I have my streamer clothes and then my actual clothes. If I'm not streaming or making a TikTok or some dumb shit, I will be in the baggiest t-shirts and sweatpants all day, every day. But I own a lot of booty shorts just for stream and stream alone. Don't get me wrong. If it's really hot out, sure, yeah, I'll wear booty shorts, for real. But, the likelihood is not really going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I have a bunch of outfits that I only really wear for stream as well because, mostly I think it lands on my insecurities. I couldn't go out in public wearing this, but on stream I'm like, bow, bow.
Well, I think the difference lies in Karen and her friends are going to talk shit out on you in the street. Well, I talked about this during the stream yesterday. I literally, I couldn't wear just a white tank top on stream, which, okay, that's fair, fine. So, I had to wear a bra underneath. But I told the story about how, this Karen came up to me in public in the summer when I was just wearing a white tank top, no bra, because, I don't have boobs, so I don't really feel the need to wear a bra all the time.
Yeah, I do the same thing. You don't need to. We don't need to.
And Karen was very concerned that I was not wearing anything underneath my tank top. But then, like, you know, I can wear whatever I want on stream, and more times than not, I'm probably going to get complimented. People aren't really going to hate on me. Of course, you know, you got those trolls that are going to come in and be like, your dad must be so proud. And I'm like, what's a dad?
Yeah, what's a dad?
Yeah. So it's so funny that, like, I agree. I'm not always as confident to wear that type of stuff out in public, but, like, who gives a fuck if I wear it on stream? Because normally people are just going to be like, yes, wear less.
For I don't get the nipple thing. I don't get the nipple thing because I don't like to just use the term Karen. I feel like Karens get a lot of heat. I like to use Deborahs as well. But the Karens and Deborahs out there, like, I feel like they're perpetuating the sexualization of nipples more than anybody else, dude. Yep. You got nipples too. You feed your little baby with them, probably. Why are you worrying about my nipples? Because I got a little metal in them and they got some accessories? What's your problem? Like,
well, yeah, but there's also the ones that don't like tattoos and piercings, period, more times than not. So
yeah, I walk around and they're like, oh, she's gonna turn my kid to drugs and probably rob me. When I'm just like, hey, you want to go play some Pokemon? And
yes, very much that. Okay. What is your least favorite platform? Whether it's the amount of time and effort or hate or whatever the case may be.
Least favorite platform, huh? Mm-hmm. I think that I land a little bit on... I kind of hate TikTok and Twitch the same.
Oh.
Or sorry, TikTok and YouTube. TikTok and YouTube the same. I love Twitch. Twitch is home.
Okay,
Twitch also, we have all the haters here, but
I know we just completely took a shit on Twitch in terms of service and favoritism, but
yeah, no, I love Twitch. Sorry, it's YouTube and TikTok. For YouTube, I can't stand the comments. The comment sections is it's just terrifying. They're so mean there. I don't know why. I post the same TikTok. And the TikTok will be like, haha, I love this, watching on repeat. And then I post it on YouTube and it's like, you're a man and who is not funny. Stop it. And I'm like, oh. Or like, God. I like when other people do that because they're better at it than you. And I'm like, it's a weird comment. But
just don't say, well, did your mom not teach you if you don't have anything nice, don't fucking say anything at all. Oh my God.
Right, why you gotta be mean for no reason? So I'm like kind of afraid of YouTube for that reason. And then yeah, TikTok, I just can't keep up with the trends, man. I feel like I'm an 80-year-old man. I cannot keep up with it.
That's actually really funny that you mentioned that. Years ago, because me outside of Hazel, I used to do a makeup channel on YouTube. And I just got to the point that I just held all comments for review. Because like I wasn't a big enough channel that like I had to worry about like filtering through a million comments. But I would get a lot of nasty comments, and so, like, that's what made me... It actually started... I distinctly remember. I will never fucking forget this day. I had quit my job, and I put out a video talking shit on the company because they were very sexist. Given I was stoned out of my fucking mind. I shouldn't have made the video. I shouldn't have posted it, but it happened. And because I had just started the makeup channel, because, like, that's what it was originally for, but I, like, posted other shit on there. And... I put out this video, and because I had already started doing YouTube before I quit my job, I worked with all dudes. My managers were dudes. All my coworkers were dudes. I was the only female in the store. And they knew of my channel, but, like, obviously they had no reason to follow me. They went out of their way to share it around my company. Not just my store, but my company. Because I worked for a cell phone provider. Shared it around my company, and the amount of fucking hate I would get on it, talking about how... oh, she's a dumb bitch. She fucked the boss, which I didn't. She has a stick up her ass. She looks like a squirrel. Like, it just was ongoing. So that's when I'm like, you know what? I'm going to change it to hold for review. Fuck this shit. And going forward, that's what I did. Because, like, there was a few miscellaneous videos that people would just, like, pop off randomly for. And I'm just like, yep, I don't need that shit. Like, I put out a video of my dogs. And these people would be like, you need to give up your dogs. You're not a good mom. And I'm like, what? I swear to fucking God, with this fucking dumb bitch. No. So yeah, so I preemptively, I haven't been posting on YouTube officially yet, but I have like my VOD channel, and just to be safe, I change all my VODs to hold review comments. I have never had to do that on TikTok until Monday. It started Monday because I applied for this tattoo competition, which, given I'm not the most tatted girl in the world, however, the tattoos that I have really like and very proud of. Plus, if you win, you get $25K, fly out to California, you get a photo shoot, you'll be on the cover of a magazine, and you get a full fucking half sleeve tattoo for free.
What?
So I'm like, fuck it, I'll throw my hat in the ring. And I posted the TikTok, and it's actually doing really fucking well. I did like a tattoo tour, and so then that way I'm like, okay, the voting link is in my bio. Go vote for me, help me, blah blah whatever. The amount of dudes, they're all dudes, or at least that's what their profiles were, their usernames. All these dudes were like, she doesn't even have a lot of tattoos. Her tattoos are mid. She really thinks she's gonna win. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna turn comments off. Because, like, honestly, like, I would rather, like, lose out on seeing the good, nice comments than put my mental health at risk with this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, totally fair. I had a friend once apply for that as well. She only had similar, like she had just a couple tattoos on her arm here, not too much. But yeah, same reason. She's like, yeah, I could win this. I could do this. Like, why not? And I'm like, hell yeah, you only got 2 tattoos. So like, that was my thing. I'm like, it's not a lot, but like, why not? Because you do still have a tattoo. What do you need to apply? Have a tattoo.
No. There's a girl in my group, so they like break it up into groups. This girl, in her bio says, I don't have any tattoos, but I would love to get my first tattoo.
Okay, see, that's where it doesn't make sense to me.
Yep.
She was able to apply and everything still?
Yeah, you don't have to. I don't think you technically have to prove that you have any tattoos to apply.
Interesting.
And some of the girls in my group are completely tatted up, and I'm like, well, I've got 13 tattoos. I feel like I have a good amount. Like, sure, they're not like, full sleeves and I'm like out on display. Like, I've got like some leg tattoos and side tattoos and like miscellaneous places, but like, yeah, I don't know. I was very confused.
Yeah, I mean, what's the title of it called that you're applying for?
It is the Inked magazine.
So it's for sorry. So it's for Inked magazine.
Even if let's say hypothetically, this girl with no tattoos won. I'm pretty sure they would do the cover before she got her tattoo session. Because you're not going to go do your tattoo session with like a fucking plastic wrap over your fucking tattoo, or that be your first tattoo and you decide you just want a little one.
Huh. Unless, right now I'm curious. Now, like this, like a little goblin part of me kind of wants her to win so I can see how that'll play out. Like, will she get the half sleeve and then they'll take the picture? Would people vote her ahead for the memes? Like, oh wait, she has no tattoos.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because, like, so for instance, I was going back and forth. So I know that one of the ways to vote is by logging into your Facebook to verify you're a real human so that people don't get, like, these bot votes and stuff, which is fair. And I like that because then you're not getting all these fake votes. You're getting genuine ones. I'm like, okay, well, I could use my real name and then post it on my Facebook. But realistically, because I don't post on Facebook ever, my engagement on my posts are minimal. Or I can post as Hazel, where I'm growing on Twitch and TikTok and Discord and all my other shit. So I decided to go the route of Hazel. And I'm telling you, you can pay for votes. Like, you can, like, donate to their, there's, like, a music fund thing that they're raising money for or something. You can pay for votes. There's no way. I have not gotten close to second. The highest I've gone so far within the last couple days is third. But the number 1 and number 2, either they have to have huge fucking platforms, which I don't know their name, like, know of them, so, like, I don't know, or they're just straight up, like, paying for the votes. Which is, like, at that point, how much money do you waste on that in order to potentially win? And that's just a maybe. Because I almost feel like at that point, because it has a timer to count down, and then you can, like, at the bottom, you can, like, pay for the votes. Or donate, I guess. Each dollar is a vote. Is this, like, an eBay thing? Like, you wait till the last minute, and then you just, like, keep adding votes until finally, oh, I've spent $53. Now I don't have to spend any more because I'm at number 1. Like what?
I don't know. This sounds like gambling with more steps. Like,
yeah.
Why not just go to a casino and throw $20 and you're more likely to win?
Well, I mean, it's also, you get the $25K plus tattoos, plus professional photos, plus a trip, plus, the exposure being on the cover of the magazine. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of benefits to it as well, but I agree, like, I don't know.
So you said you got to third place, though?
So far, that's the highest I've been.
That's awesome.
But this is just the first round. So they break it up into groups, and so then you become, like, you rank in your group. And then I'm assuming, which they haven't given the full details yet, which I wonder why. But I'm assuming then what happens is all of the first place in these groups then go to, like, the next round, and then you, like, if you win that, like, next round type of thing.
Cool. Hell yeah. Did they give anything for second and third place? Because I feel like getting up to that is fucking awesome. Because a lot of people around the world, or, well, is it just North America that can apply, I assume?
I don't think so. I mean, it didn't make me choose my country.
Oh, so cool. I'm stoked. You got third place. I want you to win now.
Yeah, so I've been very, like, refresh heavy on this. Because I'm like, okay, can I get higher? I honestly, I think there's the girl that's in first place in my group right now will probably end up taking it home because she's fully fucking tatted. She's got, like, some really professional photos as her, like, pictures on there. So I'm assuming she's probably got, like, a good Instagram following is my guess. But
fair.
It's whatever. I figured, fuck it. I'll throw my hat in the ring. If I win, great. If I don't, whatever. But, like, yeah, going back to the TikTok, like, just because, like, I can get whatever the fuck I want tattooed on my body. Just because you don't like it doesn't make it mid, or just because all my tattoos aren't, like, all of my tattoos on one part of my body so that you can see all of them at once, like, doesn't mean I don't have tattoos. And so it's just more kind of annoying, and the amount of hate is just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Like, I used to be a bit of a troll on the internet when I was a kid. I used to go on, like, Habbo Hotel and stuff.
Never.
No, never. Right. That I learned is, like, there's no point, right? So, like, when I think the weirdest comments that I've ever seen on.
Okay, so we've talked about Twitch. We've talked about your least favorite and why. Okay, I have one for you then, because you're talking about TikToks and YouTube. Do you post reels on Instagram at all? And if so, how do they perform compared to, like, your TikToks?
Fair point. Well, initially they were doing pretty poorly because I found out that when you... there's a whole bunch of computer stuff behind it, but when you upload something off of TikTok, it has the TikTok dash whatever in, like, the thing. And so I just found this out. I don't know if it's legit, but anyways, yeah, my they do poorly. 5 views on Instagram, whereas I got 6K. I got, like, over 16K on one even, but only, like, 4.
So that's actually true, and I can actually send you a link if you want. But I actually was informed of this with somebody else on the last podcast. If you post anything on, like, a short on YouTube or on Instagram, when it has the TikTok watermark, it actually will be basically, like, shadow banned. And so there's a website that you can put the link of your TikTok into, and it will actually remove the watermark for you, and then you can save the file. Because, like, sometimes I'll film my TikToks, like, on my actual, like, camera, and then I'll edit them and then post them to YouTube, so I technically have, like, the rough draft without the watermark. But if you film exclusively through the TikTok and forget to have, like, a rough draft or whatever, yeah, having the watermark will actually shadow ban you. So that's why they don't perform as well.
Makes sense. They just don't do as well. Mind you,
I have about the same followers. No, it just doesn't do as well. I guess I'm gonna have to test out this theory now. I feel like I normally upload directly from my computer because I do all the editing in Premiere Pro and then upload onto things.
Oh.
But now I'm gonna keep an eye on this.
That's really weird then, because, like, I want to test this theory because I went through and resaved all my TikToks without the watermarks. And I'm going to screenshot how they performed in Instagram before. I'm going to delete all my reels and then re-upload them. and see if they perform better.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just editing it and immediately uploading it, that is weird.
Right. Though I've also been like yeeted off Instagram before. I've had my account muted from me. I don't know what's a shadow ban twice. So
what? Why?
Well, the one was, I got into an argument with someone, not my place. And then the other one, the one that makes no sense to me, I'm pretty sure I got shadow banned because of Bungie, actually. Bungie, the creators of Halo and Destiny. So they posted on Instagram highlighting a gamer and a streamer.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, this is our streamer of the month. Go check them out, right? So I was like, okay. I checked out their Instagram, like not a single post. Page was just made, brand new. So I was like, this feels fake. But I checked out their Twitter, so they're more popular on Twitter and Twitch. They don't really use Instagram. Fair. But it felt odd for me that their Instagram was promoting it, so I commented just being a little shit. And I'm like, lol, where can I get on this gravy train? It was just being a dink. And somebody came at me, and then it turned into this whole thing. They're like, how dare you make fun of that streamer and say that they're not working hard and blah, blah, blah. I was like, whoa, I don't know where you found that comment. I didn't say any of that. And so I just stand up for myself. And then this random person came in. It was weird. I don't know. But they started getting really racist and just like homophobic and all of this stuff because the streamer that they were promoting was LGBT. And anyways, I don't know what ended up happening, but they kept the really racist homophobic guy, and I got banned from the post for saying negative comments. I cannot tell you. I still have screenshots of the whole thing. How confused I also am. But I'm pretty sure Bungie, I feel like maybe they ended up banning everybody in the scenario afterward. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Bungie. It got me yeeted off Instagram once. So if my Instagram doesn't do too well, I'm not that surprised.
Okay, first and foremost, I'm just gonna start fucking posting all your shit on my story, tagging you, and be like, go check it out, go like it, go fucking boost it. Because that's fucking stupid. Just the fact of shadow banning is so fucking odd to me. Like, if someone genuinely did something wrong, just kick them off the platform. Don't even bother shadow banning, honestly. But fuck, what was I? Oh, fuck. God damn it.
It happens. Shadow banning. It messes with the brain.
Oh my God, for real though. Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, okay. I know. Fucking full circle. Instagram. It's so weird because now that I guess Facebook's owned Instagram for a hot minute now, but I heard something recently that Instagram is going to become more lenient with a lot of things. So maybe if you are shadow banned, it might start to subside. One thing that has been very avidly living in my mind rent-free is this fucking girl that came up on, like, I scroll through all my shit that's on my main page, and then it gives me, like, suggested or recommended post or whatever. And there's this girl, huge boobs, good for her, but completely see-through mesh top, so her whole ass nipples were out, right? Which, I'm not shaming anybody for what they post, but my first thought was, how in the fuck is she getting away with this? But I have been flagged for some of my posts where I'm technically not showing anything I'm not supposed to. And so I clicked her profile, that's her whole profile. Different colored mesh top in a different background, full ass nipples out. Good for her, okay? Millions of likes and followers, rightfully so. Instagram is now going to make it where showing your nipples is actually not going to get you in trouble. I don't trust it because I feel like as a smaller creator, if I do something wrong, the chances of me getting in trouble are higher. It goes back to that Twitch thing where if you have more followers, more potential ad revenue, clicks, all the shit, like then you're going to get away with it. But apparently that is now going to be more lenient in their terms of service on Instagram. So if people are allowed to show their nipples over there, I highly doubt you commenting a funny comment is going to permanently keep you shadow banned. Or at least I would assume that they should, like...
That is interesting to me. I didn't know that they were doing the nipple thing. Honestly, that gets me really excited. I think that's the first step to taking all the heat off the female nipple, man. Like, it's so aggressive. There's been marches, free the nipple. We all want to free the nipple. I'm so happy that Instagram is doing that. Though I do wonder where that's going to lie. All of the accounts that have been banned and removed and all of this because of the nipple, what happens then?
Well, I don't think, if I were to guess, the amount of work that would acquire for them to do would be too much, and they probably won't backtrack. But I think going forward, then essentially it will give them less work, because if they're banning less accounts and less appeals to review and all of that type of stuff, that's my assumption. Obviously, I just heard about this within the last week or two. So this is like a new thing, and I don't know if even this like terms of service thing is fully like live, I guess. But it has been up for discussion.
Nice.
But I mean, if you think about it, how many times have, like, we've had the discussions as a society and as like streamers and content creators, dudes get to be shirtless all the time, but for some reason, and I hate to use this example, and I have nothing against anybody who is overweight whatsoever, but if a dude who is shirtless, has bigger boobs than me, is streaming, why does he get away with it? But then me, as a small-chested female, I could get my channel permanently banned forever. Because, like, I feel like it's very
it's over-sexualized for women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just because, like, boobs for girls are sexualized, and I don't think that's fair and that's right. So, like, if Instagram is finally allowing, like, and I don't even need to fully just be topless on Instagram, but, like, if I'm wearing a shirt and, like, my nipples are visible or whatever, like, I feel like I should have the right to not get in trouble for that. Because if I go out in public and, I'm wearing a white tank top and you can see my nipples, like, that's going to happen, but yet I can't post that on the internet?
Right.
Like, I don't know. But someone else could probably take a picture of me and post it and not get in trouble, but then if I choose to proactively post it, then I will.
Right. Yeah, it's such a weird one to me because, like, it's funny that we always, women's bodies have always been over-sexualized, right? But then at the same time, we're also arguing, this is nurturing, and it's literally sustenance for babies. So, like, no matter what, like, I the nipples kind of screwed for women. That's why I'm so excited to see how this goes on Instagram. I'm so happy that you told me this. Like, this is like revolutionary for me. I hope that Instagram, paves the way for other platforms to start taking away, because it's really just a stigma that we put on it, right? And the more power we give it, the more we talk about how, women shouldn't show their nipples, it gives it more and more power. So if we keep taking that away, like Instagram is, that's awesome. And that leaves so much more space for not only women, but our non-binary pals and our trans pals too, who have even more stigma on their body. I feel like they can free their nipples even more too. That's awesome.
So there's 3 points that I think of when I think of boobs on the internet. And I'm not even talking about, like, spicy stuff. I'm talking about, like, for instance, if I've opened up TikTok because, I post, spicier type stuff. I've done, like, bikini TikToks and stuff. Sometimes what gets recommended to me then is either women just breastfeeding, and that's okay. That's accepted. B, like, what about us who don't want to have kids at all, but yet our boobs are still associated back to kids and like your point? Or thirdly, what has made me get the ick, for the lack of a better word, is the girls who do breastfeed on TikTok, but then promote their spicy content in their bio.
Right. When they're sexualizing
how do they get away with that?
I don't know. It's weird.
It's so weird.
I don't know. I don't know where I land on it, because I'm like, yeah, I'm all about, I would never yuck your yums. But that's where it lands on that awkward point on, I think maybe we'll never get past the stigma, because that lady's like, look how sexy it is when my baby eats. And it's like,
right. Well, and it's not even just like their
ick.
boob is out, like, and the baby's always sucking on it. Sometimes, like, they'll purposely, like, take the baby off their nipples, so then their nipple's just out, and it's like, okay, but then if I, like, show too much butt on TikTok or bend over wrong, then I'm fucking banned. Like, what the fuck?
Right. Maybe the baby just adds that weird balance of like, we don't know where to go because it is nurturing.
Yeah.
And there's no proof of them just, look at my nipple. It's an accident, right? Ooh, interesting. I have a lot of breastfeeding women on my feed that shows, I guess it just shows up all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've never come across the mommy of it all, I guess.
I mean, not all. So I've tested this twice. Not that I'm shaming anyone for posting this type of content. I think it's odd, but I'm never going to shame somebody.
Right.
I have reported one before, just one, just to see if they will get it taken down, just to see if like other people are reporting as well and it will eventually get taken down. It did not. So I don't think any breastfeeding content will ever be taken down. Secondly, some of these girls who don't just immediately put their spicy in their bio, I'll click like their other socials to see if like there's some type of like link somewhere. Some of them genuinely don't have any links that go anywhere, or at least not that I have found when I go down that rabbit hole. So it makes me wonder if some of these girls literally just like post it to post it almost. I don't know. It's so weird and it's such a gray area, and it's more frustrating because like I know that if I do something very slightly wrong, I'm gonna get in trouble, but then that's okay. And like I don't want kids, and I feel like I should have the right to post my boobs on the internet and not get in trouble. But like because I don't want kids, then and I'm not breastfeeding, then it's not allowed. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I it's so hard to like avoid comparing your content with other people's content as well. Like when there are similarities, especially, I can't imagine like, especially for you, because you do the spicy content, you know what I mean? I like hearing all of those different, why is it okay for this person, but not for me? Cause I don't get it either, like whether you're posting it for the spicy or you're just posting it for whatever your reason is. I feel like there needs to be more defined rules on these things, I guess. So that's why I like. Yeah, I'm glad that the nipple is being freed a little bit.
We're not gonna have that shit in my fucking comment section. Sorry, I live in the Midwest and I'm fucking don't get to be out in the sun and I'm not fake tanning or spray tanning. Go get fucked. You're not welcome to my streams. Moving on.
I cover my room in red and myself in orange to make myself look more tan. I also am like that of Edward Cullen. So
I mean, it's actually kind of funny because, like, my time hop will show me the photos of, all my pool streams when I was out in the sun for 8 hours a day, and I was so fucking tan. And then, like, I move and I'm inside, and then every ounce of color is gone. So
it just drains from your body. Yeah. I feel that so hard.
I don't even care though, because like once summer hits, like the Midwest still gets hot, I'll get my tan back, and then it will last for just a tad bit, and then it'll be gone again. It's whatever. Okay, so as a attractive woman on the internet who once upon a time did spicy, have you ever had any like stalkers or creepers or anything along those lines?
Ooh, knock on wood. It hasn't happened yet that I know of. I mean, there has been a couple. See, the people that I tend to attract, I think maybe it's because I don't sexualize myself anymore on stream. I tend to bring in like the type of, I guess, stalker-esque that I get is people constantly making, like I have 2 different accounts that constantly make channels, and they just keep making new channels. Same name, different number added at the end, but they keep making different channels to harass me, to tell me I'm a bad person, I'm not a good friend, that my community is a lie, that they're going to expose me for these lies. It's crazy. And then I have another account that I honestly, they keep just coming in. They keep making new accounts so that they can come in and just be like, hey, Daddy Squam, how's it going? And act totally fine. But in my DMs, I have them calling me just atrocious things that you would call a woman, like all of the stereotypes. So that he can say, I think it's, at least, I assume it's because, he can save face on stream, make it seem like they're a really good person. And then when I ignore them, it's that, right? So yeah, I haven't come across like, let's say like really overtly sexually harassing stalkers, but the weird ones that want to cancel me for being a bad person, those are the ones that I get a lot of. It's very strange.
But I guess, like, at least from the streams that I watch of yours, like, I've never heard or see you do anything bad. And, like, if you did something in real life, like, obviously I'm not going to know about it unless you talk about it. But, like, I don't get it. Like, I almost would play the game of, fine, do it, expose me. Like, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? Because, like, what do you genuinely have on me?
It's very that, like, that's where the point that I've gotten to, like, up until recently, I just recently removed somebody that was really like this in my life as well. And it's just got to that, like, right now I've just realized, you know, I don't know why I'm so scared of these things that these guys are saying. You know, it's that mental warfare that they're taking control of me, of course, but realistically, they have nothing. They have nothing except for their opinion and how they feel about me. They have no proof of me doing any of these heinous, horrible things. So it's not like I'm like, hey, yo, fucking do it then, bud. It's like, I got to stop being so worried, because if they do it, well, nothing really will happen. If people choose, if some of my community or other communities choose to believe the lies, then I think that stands to who they are as a person more than who I am as a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they're so willing to believe falsities on the internet rather than coming to the source and being like, hey, Daddy Squam, did you call that bitch a bitch? I'd be like, I did call that bitch a bitch. At least come to me and ask, you know?
I'm right there with you, though, because, like you're talking about someone in real life, and we talked about this a little bit on Discord with, like, the drama that we're unfortunately dealing with off-stream shit. That's exactly how I am in real life, is, like, if I have a problem with you, I'm just going to fucking say it to you. Or if I do say something behind your back, it will never be something that I'm not comfortable saying to your face. And so, like, yeah, I don't get that. Like, I feel like people, you know, we've got the people who are just unhappy with their lives, have nothing better to do. And, like, again, it goes full circle. If you have nothing nice to say, don't fucking say anything at all. Like, I genuinely don't get it. Like, I know you're on the internet, and you're behind a username, and no one knows who you really are, and you can say whatever you want. But at the same time, like I told you yesterday when I rated you, you know, I've had the 10-minute timer and the follow-only shit on pretty early since I started doing pool streams, just because I didn't want to deal with excess bullshit. And the fact that these people have nothing better to do but to follow me, wait 10 minutes to say their little shitty comment when they know they're going to be banned anyways, like, with that 10 minutes, you could have gone and done something that would have made you fucking happy, and you could have just fucked off instead of wasting your time to pop off in my stream. Like, why? I really don't get it.
I don't know. I think that's, like, outrageously hilarious, though, because especially for you, like, I have, I need some verification on my channel, but you can chat right away. You don't have to be following even. You could just plop right in. So it's outrageous to me that somebody would wait a full 10 minutes to get 1 millisecond of, I might have offended them.
Yep.
Just to be removed.
Yeah.
The dedication of trolls cannot be understated.
I have never thought in my life, hey, you know what? That person looks like they're happy. I'm having a bad day. Let me go take a fucking shit on them. And more times than not, it's always comments that are either I've heard it before, or they're not even good. Like, if you're going to try to insult me, at least be creative about it. At least be fucking original. But they're always the same amount of bullshit.
100%. This is why I have mine open for trolls. Well, not open for trolls. By no means am I open for trolls. I don't want to deal with that shit whatsoever. But I always tend to give them another chance. I love your stance. I was reading your about right before the stream here, because I creep pages a lot. So I reread your about, and it's like, don't even try to be a dick. You'll just be banned on spot. No second chances. And I'm like, fucking T, drop the mic. I love it. For me, I always, there's always a weird transition that happens with, not always, but with a lot of my trolls. They'll come in with some poorly written sentence attempting to offend me. I've already said that to myself and worse, my friend. So I always give them a second chance. Try rewriting and restructuring your sentence so it makes sense enough to hurt anybody. And then they'll come back at me like, oh, normally they'll end up subscribing because they're like, oh, fuck, I came to the daddy of trolls without realizing it. And they'll end up subscribing. But I don't get it either. I don't necessarily think that people are intentionally malicious. I don't think people are intentionally malicious. Like, I don't think that all of them are straight up out there just to cut you. But, you know, a lot of them are. And you can't always give that benefit of the doubt. That's the sad part, you know?
Well, so I try to be a little bit more lenient now than I used to be. Like, if someone says something that, you know, could be misread, and not always tried to be insulting, but, like, could be misread, I will call them out and be like, okay, here's how I took that. This is your one warning. You do it again and you're done, because, like, this is already, you know, making me feel XYZ. And, like, yes, I feel like being on the internet now, especially on this particular profile now and everything for almost a year, like, I should have tougher skin built up. But I'm a sensitive lady. And so, like, you know, I do let things get to me more than I probably should. But, like, at the same time, like, just don't be a shitty person. It costs you $0 to be a fucking normal human and not pop off with some dumb shit. That's it.
I like, with that whole statement, I could not disagree with you more with the you should have a thicker skin. Fuck that. Why should I have to adjust my skin thickness for your shitty comments and your shitty attitude? I don't think that's fair at all. I think you should continue to be your sweet, sensitive self and continue to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? The haters are going to keep coming, and you should continue to take not, you know, malice or like hurt from what people are saying, but, you know, like, read it and react. We're just going to learn from these things. But I guess I don't know where I'm going with that full point, but I don't think that we should ever have to adjust our boundaries or our feelings to make sure that other people feel comfortable. And it's harder said than done for you, especially with your spicy content. But
I don't know. I feel like it's not even, like, for others to make them feel comfortable. It's about me, because, like, I had a fucking hour-long shitstorm drama happen on Discord yesterday that affected, you know, an hour of my stream. And I ended up, like, ending the stream and restarting it because I didn't want that to be in my VOD. Like, I didn't want to put that shit out onto the internet and show how things could and do affect me. But, like, you know, I want to almost build a thicker skin so then that way it's easier for me to deal with things and not maybe let my emotions always take the best of me. Because then that could have, you know, that could have just shit my whole stream, and I just said fuck it and didn't stream for the rest of the day. But instead, I moved on, and we had fun. We were laughing, smiling, all the fun stuff afterwards. So I feel like in that sense, a tougher skin wouldn't really be to encourage the hate. It would almost just be make it easier for my community who is here, so then that way, like, they get to enjoy more fun time with me, I guess.
Right. I love that. I agree with that. Yeah. As long as, you know, like, that's the thing, like what you said there was you want to build it for yourself. That's the main point, because then you could start constructing and building how your boundaries even more, like you already have them. But yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. Smart. And it provides not just a safe space for you, yourself, but also for your community.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have any official stalkers. Out of about 100, how many random inappropriate nudes have you gotten from people in your DMs? I've got to know.
I honestly, once again, knock on wood, I more often get, like, very pushy comments to send feet pics more often than I actually, more often than I get dick pics. I don't think I've received a dick pic in, like, over 6 years. Very proud.
Stop. Never on Instagram or Discord.
Nope. Yeah, very lucky.
Even when you're full-fledged doing spicy.
Yep. I very suggestive, very angry, pointed comments, but never the actual dicks. So I did get a couple.
No, to be fair, it doesn't have to be a dick. I've received I've had a few unsolicited kitty cats in my DMs as well.
Okay, I got one kitty last year. And then I haven't seen. Yeah, so I get. Yeah, just one. It's not that bad. I'm wondering what your statistics look like, though, because with the question,
it's got to be minimum 50. Minimum 50.
In how long? In what time period?
In a year.
Ew.
Like they're like I would say majority of them are Instagram. I get some on Twitter. And a handful on Discord.
Huh.
And it fucking, and for, like, I think for a month, Hazel had a Snapchat. Because I thought that would be a good idea.
Huh.
I didn't even want to touch that Snapchat with a 50-foot pole because... Why? Just, like, why? In what world has that ever worked for you? In what world?
Oh, that's the thing. It's like my thing. It's like the best example of that is like catcalling. In what world do you think that when you catcall me from your vehicle that I'm just going to run out into live traffic and give you my phone number?
Well,
Where
you
does
your
that
boobs,
make
obviously.
sense? Right? Yay! You yelled at me. Woo! Love you too.
Thank you for the attention. Here's my boobs.
You're right. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is.
Oh, it's at this point in time, like I can almost like. More times than not, if it's a blurred out picture, because like thankfully Twitch or Instagram and Twitter will blur them out before you click them, and I already know there's a 99% chance it's a dick pic, so sometimes I'll just delete it and not even bother like opening the request because they're always like requests. They're always like in my like requested folder because thankfully I have those settings set up so I don't just automatically get fucking everything.
Right.
So thankfully I've been able to delete quite a few. But some of them just kind of happen out of nowhere, and I'm just like, okay, but like, why?
It's literally just the why. It's like the messages. Like I get confused because my platform is so we've very steered it towards family,
right.
And family is the main point. And so when I get the random messages, thank goodness no pics. It's just so out of left field from nowhere.
No,
like I was talking about my husband today and you wanted to send me that comment.
But you got to remember, you're still an attractive female. You have a good personality. And more times than not, those dudes either probably already have wives or don't give a fuck that you have a husband. And they just want to see your feet. I mean, it's better than them saying, send me a fucking butthole picture.
Honestly, I'd prefer that. I would get my husband to spread them and I'd send him his butthole.
Make sure he doesn't shave it first.
That's right.
Oh my god. Okay, that would be... If that ever happens, you have to do that, first and foremost.
I'll make sure. I'll let you know specifically.
Please.
It happened today.
But no, there's been plenty of times that I wasn't doing a bathtub stream, and people will ask for, like, feet pics. And, I mean... I personally don't understand the foot fetish. I will never shit on it because it has made revenue in the past. So, I mean, I can't ever shit on something that has ever profited me. But yeah, no, I don't get it. So I've gotten a lot of those show feet in chat type shit or DMs and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, are you going to pay for my pedicure first then? Because like, my toenail polish is shipping, so I'm not going to send you anything without a pedicure. So there was this one person I'll never forget. He was an ex from college's brother who has a foot fetish. And he begged and begged and begged for a fucking foot pic. And forever, I just told him no. Finally, I'm like, $100. He goes, why would you charge me $100 for one picture? I'm like, I got to go get a pedicure, my guy. So you're paying for my pedicure and the picture.
Yeah, and then I get a little extra to get my Starbies on the way home, so.
Well, I've been getting gel polish now, so it lasts longer. So then that way,
Smart.
You got to do the whole, oh, well, I need a pedicure, JK, I just got one last week, and it's still lasting very strong, but I'm going to pocket that money.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just being a smart businesswoman on that platform. That just is what makes sense. Yeah, I feel like for me, I never really need to understand the why, like when it comes to kinks, like feet, for instance, I have one of my really close friends is, I got a couple of friends that are very into different platforms that a lot of people shame on. You know, I got a friend who's a proud furry. I have a friend who is a proud foot guy. And you know, it's like, you know, I'm proud of you for having that thing and you should live your best life about it. Will I send you my feet pics? No! Am I happy that you're getting some? Yes.
Oh, you're not going to put in a tail butt plug for him?
Hey! The whole mask and everything. Well, I don't want to be me. If I'm hopping into it, I'm diving head first.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're going to be sweating in it, too.
you see me taking off my sweater nonstop. I can't
think
regulate
about
my
a full ass costume.
Menopause. No, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, I won't take up any more of your time. I would love to have you back on because we are just touching the surface, but I know that what's going to end up happening, I can already tell. If we keep talking, this is going to be like a 4-hour long episode, and that shit to edit is a nightmare. So, I would love to have you back on. Why don't you go ahead and tell the boys, girls, and my non-binary folks where they can find you and what you are on again.
All right. Yeah, first off, I am stoked. I would love to hang out with you again and do this. This has been fantastic. Thank you for having me here. I adore you. Yeah, I'm mostly on Twitch. Check out my Twitch, Squamatha, just like, there's no N in it. Just remember that, just like Reaper's been shouting out. Thank you very much. But mostly I am on Twitch. I am on YouTube. I am on TikTok, and I am on Insta. Those are like where I'm at. But check out my Twitch, bro.
Yes, everybody go follow Squamatha if you have not, because she, like, this is her personality. Like, this is not a front. This is how her streams are. She's always so much fun. She's very engaging with chat, which I think is very important. If you're not engaging with chat, then what's the point of being a streamer?
Thank you.
So everybody who has not already followed her, please go follow her. She is a blast and a half.
I love you. I hope you have the best freaking day today, my love. Thank you for having me again.
Yes, of course.